live on a beautiful Monday night. And I don't know if I've ever felt better about a playoff loss. I know that doesn't make any sense. I'm sure there's people that will not appreciate that or understand that or be pissed that I said it. I don't know. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to the Bullpen. I'm Adam the Bull. And the Bullpen, as always, is brought to you by BetRivers. Check out the BetRivers app right now. Better deals than ever. BetRivers oh-so-close parlay insurance during the NBA playoffs. Place a parlay of 4 legs or more on an NBA playoff game each day. You get part of your stake back in bonus bets if you're exactly 1 leg short of hitting your parlay. The insurance is valid on your first NBA parlay of the day. See the BetRivers app for more details and see how much stake back you're eligible for. I will be reading as many YouTube chats as I can. The Cavs fall to the Boston Celtics. The final score 109-102. But I thought this was a hell of a gutsy effort by the Cavs. I thought they were going to get absolutely curb stomped in this game, and they played their balls off in this one. Much credit to everybody on the Cavaliers. Let's give this team some credit. No Donovan Mitchell. No Jarrett Allen. Those have been their 2 best players in the playoffs. And despite that, they stayed in this game all night long, never completely out of it. I thought it, and even middle of the fourth quarter, when you thought it was going to be over, the Celtics got up by, I think, 13, and it looked like they were going to pull away. You know, the Cavs got bad luck there with the non-call at the end of the third quarter, and the Celtics just couldn't pull away, even when they had him 13. Some toughness. Darius Garland, who had 0 points in the first quarter, I thought played great down the stretch. He had 30. I didn't like that Max Strus 3, that long 3 by Strus. And I get it. He had a good game. I give him credit. He made 5 threes in this one. But it was LeVert that killed him from 3. Everybody else shot it really well. Well, Sam Merrill actually did not shoot well after making those first 2. But I didn't like that shot from Strus. I thought he rushed it, that deep 3 when they had it down to 5. But come on now. I mean, the Cavs got smoked in game 3. They had no Donovan Mitchell, still no Jarrett Allen. Darius got in some foul trouble early in this game. Strus got in foul trouble. And the Cavs played their asses off. I was really impressed. I can't be depressed about the loss. I mean, they played great. There's no way you could have thought the Cavs were going to stay in this game. And they never let the Celtics completely pull away. They trailed almost the entire game. They got off to the good start, 8-2. Celtics went on a 19-2 run. They couldn't pull away. The Cavs kept making runs to stay in the game. They had the 1 lead briefly in the third quarter. They trailed probably, 46 of the 48 minutes in this game, give or take. But again, I thought it was a gutsy effort. They were getting crushed on the boards, did a better job in the second half. Darius had the 13. I thought Mobley played well. I thought they should have given him the ball more down the stretch. They talked about it on the broadcast, how they should have gotten Mobley the ball when Strus took that long 3. He had 19 points. He was 8 of 13 in the field. I thought he played very aggressively down the stretch, as did Darius Garland. Darius actually struggled with his 3-point shot too, but made some big ones late. But in the paint, he was great. On non-threes, Darius was 8 of 14. Great. So 30-7 for Darius, 19-9 with 3 assists for Mobley. LeVert, who again, like Darius, was not good at shooting threes, but inside the 3 did well. He had 19, 5, and 3 with 2 steals. 15 for Strus. He had 7 boards, 7 assists, played a hell of a game. Fouls out at the end. Frustration after missing that long 3. On the bench, Sam Merrill led the way with 7. They didn't really get much off the bench. Dean Wade did hit that 1-3 that looked big at the time. But, Okoro struggled to shoot. But I really thought it was a gutsy effort. And the Celtics, got to say, I've not really been that impressed since game 1 with the Celtics. I will be, the Cavs obviously are very likely to lose the series at this point. I hate the Celtics. I will be rooting for them to lose whoever they play, the Knicks or the Pacers, I'll be rooting for that team. If they're in the finals, I'm going to root for anybody against them. I don't care any of the 4 teams that get there. I will be rooting against the Celtics. I don't like them. Derek White's face pisses me off. Al Horford sucks. Jason Tatum whines and cries with every call. Now, both teams are doing too much of that. Darius does too much of that too. The refs are not cheating for the Celtics. I love you all. They're not cheating. The Cavs got a lot of calls down the stretch. I know they got some bad calls in their direction earlier. It goes both ways. You can't whine about the calls. But Tatum whines about every single call. Listen, I can't kill him. He had 33, 11, and 5. But he pisses me off. Jaylen Brown, he's talking trash after he makes a basket. Dude, no Donovan Mitchell, and you're holding on for your life. You're going to talk trash like a freaking clown? So F the Celtics. Really F them to hell. And I don't like them. And I'm pissed off about him. That Pritchard, I want to, his head pisses me off. Everything about the Celtics pisses me off. I don't like him. Their coach, has there ever been a coach that's looked less like a coach? Their coach looks like he's ready to crap his pants every time they show his face. So I give the Cavs credit, man. Maybe I'm crazy. I thought they gave a great effort in this game. I really did. And I thought they were going to lose by 30 points. I thought they were going to get absolutely demolished in this game. And I thought they played very well on the defensive end the final 3 quarters. The Celtics scored 37 in the first quarter, and they held them to 72 the rest of the way. I mean, that's really good. The Cavs played really good defense in this game. They forced a lot of turnovers. They forced some bad shots and stretches. They were undermanned. What are you going to do? And I give Darius, who was at the end of the first quarter, I'm like, oh, boy, what is Darius doing? Nothing. And he scores 30 points in the final 3 quarters, had double digits in the fourth quarter. I thought there was some real positive signs from Mobley in this one. And I liked some of the rotations JB had. I'll give him credit. Good challenge late in the game on that terrible call. That was a bad call, but they straightened it out. Jaylen Brown throwing his leg up. Again, a couple things I didn't like. I didn't like the Strus 3 late. I thought he shot it for too deep, too quickly. He rushed it. I thought they should have worked it to Mobley. I thought Mobley was kind of feeling it late in the game, and then they didn't get him the ball after you had that dunk. A nice move to the basket. I thought they should have fed him the ball more. In this game, he shouldn't have been, he was 3rd in shot attempts behind, a 1 ahead of Strus for the 3rd spot. I thought he should have gotten the ball more. I thought they needed to get him the ball a little more. And I thought they waited too long to foul when they were down 5. They said it on the broadcast. The Spiro Diaz and Greg Anthony did a great job. I thought it was a good broadcast. I think it was Spiro that made the point. I can't remember if it was Spiro or Greg Anthony who said, hey, you got to foul Jaylen Brown. He has struggled from the line. So it was frustrating, but F the Celtics. I really want to say, it's funny. Now that I'm doing a podcast, I can say the F word, but for whatever reason, I just don't want to say it, but I don't know. Maybe I will later. I'm all kinds of pissed off right now. I'm very salty about that game. I'm salty about the Celtics. And for those who don't know, when I was a young kid, I was kind of a Celtics fan because I liked Larry Bird. I never really thought of myself. I mean, kind of, but I liked Magic also, and I just liked that rivalry. But I kind of rooted for the Celtics a little bit as a young kid. And then after that era, I stopped. I didn't really consider myself to have a favorite team. I paid attention to the Knicks, but I never really loved them. And I've adopted the Cavs since moving here. And I was proud of the way they performed tonight. Maybe that's a loser mentality because they lost the game. But the fact that they didn't wither and die at any point in this game, they just, in the end, it wasn't enough. But I thought it was a pretty darn good effort. I really did. Considering what they were up against without their 2 best players. And, their best player and their guy who'd been their second best player in the postseason. So They lost. They're probably going to lose Game 5 in Boston. I'd be pretty surprised. I mean, I don't know if Donovan Mitchell can be able to play. But, man, I hate the Celtics. They're a very punchable team. I don't advocate violence. I think violence is for dummies. I was a dummy when I was a teenager. I used to get in fights all the time. My God, did I have a lot of fights in high school, just out of high school. I was a complete dope. So I'm not advocating violence, but the Celtics bring out the violence in me. They have a lot of guys that I want to, do something to. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm 52 and fat, but I just don't like their team. And the Jaylen Brown trash talk really pissed me off. I so badly want them to lose. Their fans are punks. They have an inferiority complex to New Yorkers. They got a New York accent, just an annoying version of it. So F the Celtics and F their fans and F all their guys. And here's hoping they lose. The constant whining from Tatum of every time he goes to the basket, he's crying like a little, you know what? Every single freaking time. Shut up and play, man. I'm actually going to talk about the Browns. It just came in a little bit. We'll talk about the Browns. The Browns announced their opening day game. I'll get to that in a little bit also. The Guardians were getting no hit through 5. They got 1 hit through 6. 0-0 in the bottom of the 6th there, but the Rangers got the bases loaded. 2 outs. Hopefully the Guardians will get out of it. Bybee pitched a better game today. 5 1/3, 5 base runners, no runs, 4 Ks. They brought Sandlin in this inning. Hopefully get out of it with the bases loaded. But we'll talk about some of these other things later. I want to get your reaction. Let's see some of the messages on YouTube here. Parajat, why do you think LeBron was at the game? LeBron at the game. I saw Tim Ryan, Senator Tim Ryan, or Congressman Tim Ryan. No. Yeah, Congressman Tim Ryan. He was running for Senate. He didn't get it, unfortunately. But LeBron and his wife, of course, how is she not sweating in that hat? That was a crazy hat. If you're sitting behind her, you got to be like, why does she have to wear that hat? I don't know how she must have been. It had to be 100 degrees under that hat. But it was a cool-looking hat, I got to say. But LeBron, man, there was a video of some guy sitting behind LeBron, and you could tell that guy was so, like he was losing his mind that LeBron is sitting in front of him. What does it mean that LeBron was there? I mean, he's coming back, baby. I don't know. I hope it means he's coming back. Don't we want LeBron back? I do. Hopefully. Sean, can't complain about anything but the refs. I'm not complaining about the refs. I don't want to hear about the refs. Eric, man, that was horrendous officiating. I'm sure there'll be classic quit whining about the refs. There you go. Same thing. The refs are not cheating, so what else can I do? Rated. Let's see how that chat blame it all on DG. I didn't blame it on DG. LeBron coming home, says 05er. Rated, love you, Bull. Rated. Weren't you the one saying I was a hater? Rated? I can't remember. I see you. Michael Florinecki, 24 foul shots to 7. The refs suck. A lot of complaints about the refs. Okoro, pathetic. Okoro, waste of a top 5 pick from 05er and Rated. Bailey Blanton, this shit ain't over. J.A. will be back next game. Let's go, Bull. Game 5. We want all the smoke. Let's go. I hope so. Bailey. That'd be awesome. If the Cavs can win Game 5, you never know. Not feeling good about it. I don't know what they laid it all out there. It was a great effort, and it just wasn't enough, unfortunately. Chris Bull, I'm done with Fool's Gold. I don't care about Garland 30. He can't do it when Mitchell is playing. And I don't with Mitchell and his calf. I wasn't impressed. He was not impressed. All right. I hear you. You're entitled. Mike J, what's up, Bull? What's up, Mike? 05er Allen questionable 5 or 6 days ago. Rated Bull, the Cavs should draft Bronny to get LBJ to come back. If that would get him back, of course you draft him. 05er, good effort, but they never had a chance. You know what? I felt like they had a chance. Maybe I'm nuts. Like Game 1, I never felt like they had a chance. But tonight, I thought they had a chance. Guardians got out of the bases loaded jam, so it's 0-0 in the 7th. Rahul, I'm sorry to call to take someone's job, but Okoro needs to go. I'm not a big Okoro guy. He did play good defense. He can't score. He's hesitant to shoot. Michael Mitchell is leaving. That's why he didn't play. Come on, that's not fair. Why would he not play? Because that doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I mean, he may be gone at the end of the year, but he did not play because he wants to get out. That's crazy. 0-5, you cannot blame the coach. I didn't. Chris, screw Mitchell and his calf. Come on, guys. You can't be taking shots at players. You don't think that guy wants to be out there? Nikki V, do you want JB gone? Yeah, I think, listen, JB's done a solid job in this series, I feel like. I would still turn the page at the end of this year. Michael, screw every Boston team. Agreed. Joseph, hey, come on now. Jason Tatum is the underdog, don't you know? Yeah, bleep him. Mike J. Dan Bull, love your rents. Thank you, Mike. And F the Celtics. A lot of calls. We only had 7 fouls. I don't know what to tell you. The referees, I don't believe the referees are cheating. I'm not, that's all I can say. I don't blame referees. Another screw Mitchell. That's crazy. Let's see. Where I lost my place here. Chris, watch the movie Johnny Dangerously. I love that movie. It's been a while. Mike J. Bull, come back to Boston. What? Let's see. Michael, the Cavs should play dirty on Wednesday. No, I don't believe in that. Cavs missed a lot of points in the points in the paint, said Diver Bob. That's true. Nikki V, if the Cavs are out, who do you want to win the finals? Anybody but the Celtics. I really don't care. I'd root for anybody but the Celtics. I'd like to see Oklahoma City win. I'd like to see my first choice would be either Oklahoma City or Minnesota. Even though I'm not a Knicks fan, I have a lot of friends who are Knicks fans. The Knicks were the only, like, I grew up and I hated the Mets, I hated the Yankees, I hated the Jets, I hated the Giants. I didn't hate the Knicks. I was neutral on them. So I'd be okay if the Knicks won. They haven't won in forever. So I'd say that would be Oklahoma City, Minnesota, or the Knicks. I'll root for those 3 teams. But anybody against the Celtics. I don't want the Mavs to win either. I don't want Kyrie to win a championship. Eric says, T-Wolves for me. Love Mike Conley. Tommy Schmidt, I think we're done. You got to be fired, says the coach. Gunner, not acknowledging how bad the refs are part of the problem. Mike J, do you want KD in Cleveland? Definitely not. Sean, is G. Bush going to hate on Mobley tomorrow? He's not on the G. Bush not on UCSS tomorrow. I'll be back on Wednesday. You could ask him then. Struce a bum in the second half, says Mikey. Bettinger, Tatum should have been called for 5 offensive fouls. Drama, tough luck Cavs. Tommy, I want LeBron to come back to Cleveland. I want a LeBron James to come back to Cleveland. Don't want to know what championship. I don't know what that means. Drama, tighten up the team next season. JB got to go. Mikey, this team ain't good enough. Rusty Wagner Bull, the hate for those teams is that cause of the area you grew up in. Hate for those teams. What teams? Oh, the Celtics? No, but I didn't grow up rooting for any New York teams. So I didn't really hate the Boston teams, but Boston's fans have got obnoxious, really obnoxious in the last 10, 15 years. And the Celtic players just really pissed me off tonight. So that's why I'm in that mode there of hating the Celtics. But I don't think it has anything to do with where I grew up. Meanwhile, the Rangers, who I was, I don't really like hockey, but I kind of root for the Rangers in hockey. They were up 3-0 on Carolina in the Stanley Cup playoffs, and then they lost game 4, and now tonight they were up 1-0 at the end of 2 periods, gave up 4 goals, and that series is 3-2 going back to Carolina. My man Monzo, one of the producers of the show, is probably losing his freaking mind right now. Rated Bull, do you think Mark Jackson would be good for this team? No, I think the ship has sailed on Mark Jackson as a coach. Matt, the no call on Merrill 3 was BS. I agree. They missed that. That was a bad miss. Rusty, New York team's okay. Got it. I don't know what that means. Mike J, Cleveland needs a big that can score like Embiid or Giannis. Not easy to find guys like that. Brian Monzo, I will miss being a happy person because the Rangers lost. Rusty Wagner, Red Sox fans are the most obnoxious fans ever. Yeah, they've gotten so bad. They're brutal. Sean, I blame the Cavs media team for making me feel a bit upset that Jared Allen still hasn't played, despite being game time decision for like 2 weeks. Yeah, it's been weird. Isaiah, Cavs winning the series is enough to bring back JB. Yeah, oh, definitely. But they're going to have to win 3 in a row. What are the odds of that? I know they did it against the Warriors. That was a much better team. Well, it was also a much better team they played. Larry, as soon as the Red Sox won their first World Series, Boston fans became insufferable. That's fair. That's fair. Cavs are missing Laurie Markkinen. Bull, who do you want to see replace JB? I'm not sure what the answer is, Rated. I'd like to see, the guys I'd like to see are coaches that were here already, Ty Lue and Mike Brown, but they both got jobs. Mikey D.A., Bull, you're the Cavs GM. What 3 moves would you make in the offseason to get this team to the conference championship? Well, I got to try to convince Donovan Mitchell to stay. And then if I could convince Donovan Mitchell to stay long term, I then trade Darius Garland. I've got to trade Darius Garland, and the problem is I want to trade Darius Garland for a really good wing player. I just don't think that's possible. Let's see. Rusty, I asked a question. You answered about having New York teams. I don't understand. I'm sorry, Rusty. I'm confused right now. Anyway, final score again, 109-102. Game 5 is going to be on Wednesday night. I'll have 2 podcasts for you Wednesday. One will come out earlier in the day and one after the broadcast. Brown's schedule gets released on Wednesday. Speaking of which, the Browns getting ahead of the game here, announcing that they'll open the season at home against the Dallas Cowboys. I think we made prediction or said who would we like to see them play, and I'm pretty sure I said the Cowboys, and it worked out. It's weird to see the Browns playing the Cowboys. I feel like they so often play, if not a division foe, a conference foe. So seeing them play the Cowboys at a 4:25 home opener, week 1. The Browns always seem to be at home week 1. Yes, Rated. I'll be on UCSS every day this week, starting tomorrow, the rest of the week. But I'm excited for the Browns playing the Cowboys week 1, and I can't wait to see the schedule. I like the Browns playing a good team, not a great team. They're at home. I like the 4:25 game week 1. Hopefully the Bengals will play at 1. I like when the Bengals and Browns play at different times. Makes my life easier. But I'm excited about that Browns-Cowboys game at home. I like Deshaun Watson. Dak Prescott, I like that battle. Should be an interesting game. Good first test for the Browns defense. See how good they, are facing what's a pretty good offensive team. And it looks like the Cowboys starting running back again is going to, or after he was gone last year, is going to be Zeke Elliott this year, which is amazing. The Buckeye is back. All right. Well, obviously, I'll talk a lot more about that tomorrow on UCSS and Wednesday on the Ultimate Cleveland Sport on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show tomorrow and Wednesday on the podcast. I'll be back on after Game 5. Hopefully, the series will continue. Thanks to everybody for joining. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Please hit the thumbs up. Please give us a subscribe if you haven't. I am 3 subscribers away from 4,500. So if I get there tonight, that would be awesome. Thank you all for joining me. Thanks to Monzo and Max for producing. One other thing I wanted to mention here real quick on the BetRivers app. We got another cool thing going on. If you think you know who's going to set the tone for the game, make that bet at BetRivers and you'll pick up an extra bonus with the first bucket bet and get. Place a wager on who will make the first basket of any NBA game. When you do, BetRivers will give you a profit boost to use on another bet. See the BetRivers app for full details on the first bucket bet and get. Plus, I'll have another. And I'll admit, my baseball parlays have not been great lately. I hit 3 of my first 4, and now I've missed 4 in a row. But parlays are tough. I'm going to try to get back on track with a good baseball parlay. I'll tweet it out for you tomorrow to get that boost as well. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining me. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'll talk to you Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Where else but right here in the bullpen with Adam the Bull, brought to you by BetRivers. See you, everybody.